My name is Brenda Parker. I live in Kingsport and I paint. From the time I was a little girl, I wanted to paint. Unfortunately, I couldn't draw, so I couldn't paint, or so I thought. When life allowed a little more time for me, I started decorative painting classes to learn the techniques necessary to create shapes and forms on a flat, blank surface. I have now been painting for over 20 years. Some pieces please me, some don't. But I'm still painting, still learning, and striving to reach the goal I had set in my mind as a little girl, to be able to paint. When things began to shut down in March of 2020, I, like many, struggled. No fitness classes, no painting classes, no church, no choir practice. I began searching. In one of the recorded services from Orchard Valley United Church, New Minas, Reverend Don encouraged us to use the talents that we have to reach out and share with others, to let them know they are not alone, even though we are all staying inside our homes. I pondered this for a while. What can I do? It's funny how our minds work sometimes. When we cannot go shopping, we have a difficult time thinking outside the box. My thoughts were, I could paint, but what surface would I use? I can't go buy anything. Then I thought of rocks. There had been a rock at the Lloyd Memorial Center that we used to brace the door open sometimes during exercise class that had disappeared. I thought, I shall paint a new rock for a doorstop. I went outside to see what I could find. Several years ago, we had the misfortune of having a wall collapse in our home, and there remained a few foundation stones out back. I found just the one. My husband thought the lockdown had finally gotten to me when he came home and I had a large rock in the sink scrubbing it. My next thought was, what shall I paint? Since I was painting a rock during a pandemic, I should send an inspirational message on it, something to let people know that they are not alone. I simply painted a heart with the message, United we stand. I decided I wanted to deliver the rocks at night, keep a little mystery going. Let there be a painted rock fairy delivering a smile during a very dark time. I took that very heavy rock down and placed it on the step on April the 18th, 2020. Little did I know that on the morning of April 19th, 2020, I would learn of a terrible nightmare happening just across the water at Portapique. Wow! United we stand. Was this a message? This gave me the inspiration I needed. I painted a few more rocks and placed them in the dark of night. This can be difficult sometimes with motion sensor lights. The messages started appearing on Facebook about the smiles that these little rocks were bringing, and for me, the release of stress and anxiety of a lockdown was transformed into thoughts, treasured memories, and prayers for those who I was painting the rocks for. Then it was, what shall I paint on them? All these happy thoughts were such good therapy for me. The first rocks were simple. Then they got a little more involved. Then the Nova Scotia Strong movement started, so I practiced painting straight lines, something I really struggle with. Painting Nova Scotia tartan rocks and putting them out around my community. Some went on to new homes, while others stayed where they were all placed, for all to see. I haven't reached my goal of making sure everyone who wants one has one yet, but I now have completed 134 rocks of various sizes, shapes, complexity, and subjects. My painting skills have improved with the challenge of painting on rough, uneven surfaces and shapes. Another bonus to this project is several trips rock hunting, more therapy at the beach, with the crashing waves looking for just the right rock, and of course looking for heart-shaped ones. In what set out to be a way of helping others get through a difficult time, has ended up to be just the therapy I need to keep me on the track of wellness. I still have days, but I have to simply make the effort to retreat with my paints and brushes to redirect my thoughts from me to others. I love this quote of Pablo Picasso. The meaning of life is to discover your gift. Your purpose in life is to give it away. Food for thought.